Say, have you ever wanted to buy 100 chainsaws, perchance? No? Well, how about 100 different types of chainsaws? Still no? Well, this guy made 100 of them. And, well, you'll see the rest. Enjoy. A chainsaw. Multiple chainsaws glued together. A wheel wielding a chainsaw. A wheel that is a chainsaw. A chainsaw wielding a wheel. A chainsaw wielding multiple wheels. Why wheels? I don't know. A chainsaw wielding a chainsaw wielding a chainsaw wielding a chainsaw times infinity. A chainsaw that is actually, in fact, a whale. A whale that thinks it's a chainsaw. A chainsaw that thinks it's a whale. A chain and saw glued together to make a chain and saw. Much like a chain and sickle. That is this thing, by the way, if you didn't know. A crossbow that shoots chainsaws. A chainsaw that shoots crossbows. Jazzy wielding a chainsaw. Chainsaw wielding Jazzy. Jazzy with multiple chainsaws. Infinite Jazzies with chainsaws. A chain that is actually a saw. A flying chainsaw that is in fact sentient and capable of conjuring magic that strictly involves conjuring more chainsaws that are also sentient and flying, and they're all barbarians, bear totem barbarians, wielding more chainsaws that are in fact indestructible. Also, the barbarians are capable of casting Wish, though only Wish is strictly involving chainsaws. Deck of perpetual Deck of perpetual cycluric Deck of perpetual cycluric Oh, this is impossible. Deck of perpetual cyclic motoric motion with sharp edges. Saw chain. Chainsaw of extraplanar mobility. Chainsaw of reverse motion. Chainsaw of extending. Chainsaw of enlarging. Ring of infinite chainsaws. Deck of chainsaws. Chainsaw of decks. Chainsaw earrings with laser pointers and cup holders. Either those earrings are huge or we need to make smaller cups. Clothing made of chainsaws. A chainsaw deity. A chainsaw that is actually a deity. A deity that is secretly a sentient chainsaw. A chainsaw that is actually a dwarf that really wants to cut down elf trees. Leroy. But he's actually a chainsaw. Gauntlet of secret chainsaws. Chainsaw peg leg. Chainsaw arm. Chainsaw trees. Trees that grow chainsaws. Edible chainsaws. Ah, the sweet taste of oil, steel, and wood dust. Chainsaw of resistance. Chainsaw of nuclear blasts. Radiant chainsaw. Wand of chainsaw polymorph. Chainsaw of cinder, because it didn't destroy trees fast enough on its own already. Chainsaw of perpetual death. Lucky chainsaw. Chainsaw of revival. Deck of many chainsaws. Chainsaw of questionable stealth. Chainsaw of questionable chainsawness. A question that is actually a chainsaw. Chainsaw of tree collapsing. Chainsaw of perpetual motion sickness and drunkenness and deafness and childhood drama and trauma and realistic worldviews +5. Chainsaw that functions as spellcasting focus. Chainsaw that functions as a shield. One-handed chainsaw. Spell scroll of chainsaw summoning. Chainsaw of eternal happiness. Isn't every chainsaw just one of eternal happiness? Chainsaw of Asian parenting. Chainsaw of proud Asian dad. Sorry, but even I can't make that happen. Chainsaw of perpetual sandal generation. Chainsaw of planar portal generation. Chainsaw of emotional damage. Chainsaw of disappointment. Hey, look, it's me. Chainsaw of failure. Chainsaw of whooping ass. Excalibur that is actually a chainsaw. Only the truest of dwarves can unsheath it from the tree. Chainsaw that's sponsored by Schulp. Godkiller chainsaw. Chainsaw of tree summoning. Chainsaw of necrotic damage. Sticky chainsaw. Chainsaw of wall climbing. Chainsaw of flight. Chainsaw of making friends. Chainsaw that functions as a longsword. Longsword that is actually a chainsword. Chainsaw of divine intervention. Chainsaw of black hole summoning. Chainsaw of perpetual black hole summoning. This one was surprisingly hard to contain. Chainsaw of inflicting stunt condition. Chainsaw of whistling. Chainsaw that whistles. A chainsaw with legs. Words cannot describe how much I hate this image. Chainsaw with arms. Chainsaw mimic. Chainsaw of gargantuan size. Chainsaw of Lore, a magic wand that functions as a chainsaw. A gun that shoots chainsaws. A chainsaw that shoots guns. A catapult made of chainsaws capable of shooting similar catapults. Minigun chainsaw. Chainsaw that functions as a minigun. Inflatable chainsaw. Chainsaw Academy. An academy that is a chainsaw. And last but not least, Chainsaw of Divination. And that's all 100 of them. God, that took way longer than I thought it would. Oh well, it was worth it. I mean, who doesn't want to have 100 pictures of chainsaws saved on their hard drives? Anyway, that's all for now. Bye bye.